Hey smart leaders, my name's Harry and I'm the CEO and founder of a company called Acquired, and we are a B2B lead generation company that specializes in the recruitment market. So in this video, I'm going to break down how you can book 100 plus sales calls for your agency every single month. So stay to the very end because I'm going to break down the numbers and show you exactly how you can do this for your agency. So over the last 30 days, my agency has booked well over 100 sales calls just by using Smartlead. Video, I'm going to break down exactly step by step how we've done this and how you can do the same using Smartlead. So if we go into my Smartlead account, you can see that I've got a campaign here that I haven't run for a while. But these are the sort of numbers that we're expecting. Honestly, these numbers are not even optimized, they're nothing special, but you can still achieve 100 calls every single month with numbers like this, right? So I'm gonna go over in this video exactly how we do it. Stay to the very end because I'm gonna go through the exact numbers that you need to hit to make sure you hit 100 sales calls a month for your agency. But a lot of agencies solely focus on just deliverability, making sure they've got IPs rotating with their domains and all of this technical stuff. But in reality, the cold email script is the most important part of the process, okay? Because without a really optimized script, nothing else matters. Having the right offer and niche for your cold email campaign is by far the most important aspect of the campaign itself. Okay, you can have the most intense like AI enrichment automations with Clay telling you, all about your prospects, what they've done on their last day off, what technologies they use on a daily basis, etc. But if you don't have the pain of the market that you can alleviate, you may as well try and sell to a brick wall, right? And this might be what you're currently facing if you're struggling to make it work. You're not creating the right script for your cold email campaign. Okay, so I've broken down the main variables of a great cold email. We've got 5 of them here. I'm going to go through them one by one. And if you can tick all of these off in your cold email script, there's a really, really high likelihood that you'll be able to book a call with our prospect, right? So let's get into it. The first one is making your message relevant, okay? And this is where the AI automation tools can help, for example, Clay. But you want to make your prospect feel that your email is relevant and timely for them. For example, it could be that you noticed they were local, you noticed they were hiring for a certain position, you noticed they received funding. You basically just want to have a reason to reach out and the prospects will understand this. Once you have that relevant reason to reach out and you know they're hiring or you know they're local or you know there could be a need of your service, then you want to point out their pain. Okay, this is by far, in my opinion, the most important part of the email because the pain is usually determined by the audience or niche. One specific audience or one specific niche will experience a type of pain that another audience and niche won't, right? For example, if you're working with recruiters, a lot of recruiters' pain is around business development and client acquisition. Whereas if you're working with marketing agencies, from my experience, a lot of their pain is actually fulfillment and managing the service over client acquisition. Client acquisition is not really their issue. It's more so actually fulfillment and managing the clients they do have. Because the better you can describe the prospect's exact situation back to them and the pain they're facing, the more likely they will be able to take action with you and get on a call with you, right? Because there needs to be sufficient pain experienced by the prospect in order for them to take action. If you're entering a new market and you're not 100% sure what the pain could be, what you're going to want to do is use ChatGPT to help identify the pain points listed in the market, right? Obviously, if you do have industry knowledge, perfect, use that. If you don't and you go into a new market, use ChatGPT, ask some questions and get it to ask you questions as well. So you can identify the specific pain points in this market. But calling out the pain of the prospect is really, really important. This is what will get their attention, okay? Once you've identified their pain and once you've identified their pain and reiterated this to them, then you want to go in with your value proposition. Okay, so this is the solution that you can provide to alleviate the prospect's pain. Now, with the value proposition, we don't necessarily want to go into the weeds of, we use this specific Clay automation workflow that does X, Y, Z. What you want to do with the value proposition is sell the outcome, right? As I've said, we want to sell the destination here, not necessarily the vehicle. So we want to make it end outcome orientated. So for example, if you run a lead gen agency, you could be saying that you could help, get your prospects 10 to 15 meetings next month, rather than saying, could we help you run cold email campaigns? I know this is very basic, but you need to have the value proposition centered around the outcome always. This will always perform significantly better. But you need to make sure that this outcome is clear, right? This is another mistake I see a lot of lead generation agency owners make. the value proposition, it's just got no clarity to it. It needs to be tangible numbers, i.e. 10 to 12 meetings next month or the next 30 days. And that's your very clear value proposition. It should be summarized in one sentence, not a whole paragraph, and just very straight to the point, okay? Because ultimately, with selling the outcome or selling the process, in the back end, you're still doing the same thing, but the outcome always sells better. So that's how you want to position your value proposition. Then once you've used your once you've said your value proposition, you want to introduce risk reversal and social proof, right? Because these are cold prospects at the end of the day. It's a cold email, okay? They don't know you. They have no awareness level of who you are and why they should trust you. So we need to make it extremely clear in this email why that this is effectively a no-brainer offer for them, okay? So with the risk reversal, you need to put in tangible risk reversal. With the risk reversal, you need to put in tangible numbers again, i.e. if we don't get you the result, then we refund you or keep going until it happens, right? You just want to remove all risk from the prospect side, allowing them to commit to your solution because they're getting pitched a lot. So we need to make sure it's very, very clear and that we've got very good risk reversal there. Another one, of course, is social proof, right? They've got zero reason to trust us. So now we need to make it clear with our case studies why they should trust us. And we always see case studies to work the best for this, right? So include a case study that's relevant to them, a very similar case study to their company, and explain how you've helped this company and why it would make sense that you could help the prospect as well, okay? So using all of those variables, we can actually create a framework now. So this is a very simple framework that we can use to actually write our cold email campaigns for Smartlead, right? So for example, it could be, hi name, are you noticing pain is affecting your company's growth? So if it's a marketing agency, you could say, hi name, are you noticing that managing all of your client fulfillment is affecting your company's growth, right? Because this is a specific pain point to that market. Or if it's recruiters, hi name, are you noticing that business development or struggling with business development is affecting your company's growth? We help companies book 10 to 15 calls per month using multi-channel outbound sequencing. And if we don't book you 10 calls next month, you get a refund, right? So it's got the outcome there, it's got the unique mechanism, and it's got the risk reversal. So you need to highlight all of these things and make sure it ticks off each of those variables, right? And then this is where we go in the social proof, our last client, and then I'd usually name the client. That's usually works much better. So our last client, XYZ Limited, booked 15 calls in just 35 days using our system, and I'm confident we could do the same for you. Would you like me to send more info? So what we have at the end here is a soft CTA. So these are all the variables that I've described above. We've got the pain, we've got the value prop, we've got the risk reversal, we've got the social proof, right? You notice here that the relevancy, we haven't noticed that they're hiring or anything like that. It's not always required. All of these variables are not always required, but it does help if you do have all of them. And then finish off with a soft CTA. Now, we don't want to just say, can we jump on a call? Because once again, the prospect's warmth and awareness level is too low. So we need to slowly build trust with them by giving them information, by giving them resources, etc., etc. Right, so that's all good. We've got the framework, we've got the variables. Now, how do we book 100 calls? Okay, so this is how we break down the numbers, and this is how I've done it with like actual real campaigns like this one here. Okay, so 100 calls usually would stem from around 200 positive replies. We have about 50% booking rate. In fact, ours is higher than this, but I think 50% booking rate is typically, it would typically be a good KPI to aim for. If you're struggling with this, if it's below 50%, you need to be getting back to leads significantly quicker and potentially offering more value in the message, right? So 50% booking rate. To get 100 calls, we need to have 200 positive replies. To have 200 positive replies, we need about 1,000 replies in total, assuming we have a 20% positive reply rate. Once again, 20% positive reply rate is nothing crazy, it's nothing special. It should be able to be achieved. You can see here, we've got a 24% positive reply rate, and that was the first iteration of the script. So you should be able to hit that, okay? Now, to get 1,000 replies, we usually need to send around 30,000 emails, right? About a 3% reply rate. Your reply rate can be much higher than this. It could be 5%, it could be 8%. Fantastic. But this is a KPI. If we're going for high volume, we usually understand reply rate will drop slightly.
So we can expect to get 1,000 replies, we probably need to send around 30,000 emails. Now 30,000 emails across the month, we send Monday to Saturday, so we just exclude Sunday. So excluding Sundays, it's looking at around 1,150 emails out per day, which would come from about 46 email accounts and 23 domains. So that is the exact breakdown. If you use this framework and you use this script and you have these numbers behind you, you're going to book a lot of calls, right? It might be 100, it might be slightly more, it might be slightly less, but there's no way you don't book a significant amount of calls with this sort of volume and this sort of framework. It's proven and tested in the market. So I hope this video has helped. Be sure to put this framework into your next Smartlead campaign. Let me know how you get on. And thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I'll see you on the next one.